Hi, errant friends. Julia here, recording this September 2nd, 2022. And just thinking how interesting it is how people want to avoid doing shadow work and emotional healing. And that whole phenomena. Like I've mentioned before, I didn't even know what emotional healing was until I came across Michael's videos. And I was in a place where I wasn't happy at all with the way my life was going. And so I felt like there was nothing to lose, so I was really desperate. And that's usually when people do their emotional healing work. But most of us have denial that we need anything like that. We think everything's just fine. Or I don't know what we think. I didn't think everything was just fine. Like I said, I didn't really know about it. But people who do know about emotional healing work and shadow work and still avoid it, I'm just pondering that because it's really simple steps to go by. It's not a hard process at all. It's simple, but you just have to do it. Just do it, And unless you're content pretty much all the time and have your life exactly the way you want it, then you probably need to do some emotional healing work. And it really does affect your ability to manifest, because you often have these judgments of you're not worthy or you're not good enough, and your subconscious or your unconscious keeping you from manifesting what you really want. So, just the denial about needing the work, because I think we all have a couple of judgments that we could release and replace. And emotional release, especially in today's world, you have to really worry about offending other people. So many people have suppressed emotions, and they just build up, and I see it often with certain people, and their emotions just stay suppressed, and then some event triggers all the emotions to come out at once, all aimed at that one event, which is often a person involved too, and then chaos erupts because all that emotion is spewed out toward one point when it's really from a big scattered area where the emotion derives from. So the avoidance of shadow work is an interesting phenomena, and it's also probably part of AIX, just that whole sabotaging of keeping us from creating our own reality and manifesting life the way we want it, keeping us in line with everybody else, because the average Walking Dead person, an NPC, they're not the types to do emotional healing work. That's for the errants to do. But so many errants just don't have time for it. They don't see that it's important. And it is. It's extremely important. And it's pretty much, once you start doing the work, it's pretty much effortless. You find a judgment, you do your little release and replace the judgment, and you go on. And then after some time passes, you're in a whole new mindset, a whole new reality. Things don't look so bleak. And again, one of the keys is having gratitude. And I suppose that emotional healing work helps you gain that gratitude because you're not so focused on how down you are and how bad things are. Because you pull yourself out of that when you start owning your sovereignty taking responsibility for your life and making it what you want it. You know, we can all say we've been victims here and there of certain people or things or incidents, but we have to overcome those, look back on the lesson, and not dwell on whatever the bad feeling was that we had during those traumatic events. So yeah, denial. It's not a river in Egypt. It's a big problem. And I believe Michael has a whole list of reasons, of denials, why people don't want to do their emotional healing work. So, yeah, I just want to encourage people to consider it, look into it, and know that if you do the emotional healing work, it will be life-changing. You will have a whole new outlook on life. And you will start manifesting what you want. That's where the magic happens. People don't really understand that aspect of emotional healing. Because once you heal emotionally, things just start working out for you. And that's because you don't have your subconscious and unconscious sabotaging what you're putting out in the universe that you really want. So just from that perspective, emotional healing is so worth it. So yeah, consider your denial about emotional healing, about shadow work. And you know, most people don't want to do their shadow work until they're in some life crisis, and that's understandable. And that was kind of where I was. But if you do it before then, you won't even have that life crisis. So it's up to you, you know. It's like you're on a train, you know it's going to wreck. You have an opportunity to jump off, but without getting hurt. Or you can stay on the train and wait till you have the wreck and then repair the damage. So that's the way I look at it. So if you haven't considered doing shadow work or emotional healing work, or you don't think you need it, maybe you should do some reevaluation, look into it a little more, and just be honest with yourself. You know, you can never escape yourself, so you might as well get to know yourself well and be honest about how things really are. And embrace that and remedy anything that's not the way you want it. And that's where shadow work comes in, emotional healing work. Alright, I just wanted to get that out, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Thanks for listening. And I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And remember to always focus on what you want. And always help others if you can. Ciao, ciao.